everyone. Welcome.
I know, that's the first thing I Giants.
I don't know, man.
Hey, Gary.
I think it was a bowling team. I think it genuinely was. It's like a thrift store find where I was like, oh, they did the. I think it's one of those things where the Office team takes the same font name. I think it's really assumed. But I mean, it is the San Francisco Giants, so I guess I should just stop. I'm not gonna pretend. I don't care about the team.
Who sponsors that? Yeah, like a restaurant?
There was a number.
It's like Sesame Street.
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing against the team. I'm just, people are always either like cool or. I work at a youth media center, and this kid Jackson, who calls himself the youngest punk in town, was wearing a similar shirt, but it was an athletics shirt. And he thought it was so funny to wear a shirt that said athletics on it, because he didn't realize there was a team. So he was like, sports. I thought it was really cool, so that's what I need to claim more often. Here's the song. Why's everything I touch turn to rust with all the promises of gold? They're all foolish, I know, but it's hard not to believe. Maybe I'm in between, and just over that hill is a cure to all that ails. Maybe someday. And it's too much. And I made it such that every time this lesson's learned, I feel something in my stomach burn for forgiveness. And I've been awake for 1,000 years, but I've not taken notes, so all these lessons are for naught. All I've learned, I forgot. And I make mistakes. Honestly, I know I'm a mess, and I don't blame you for running, 'cause I've tied your shoes. This is my own destitute. That little orange thing.
V8.
V8 Splash. By Goldhouse. By Goldhouse Farms.
That shit's good.
Yeah, it is. It's like water now. It was good. It really was. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming. This house is really nice. It really is just a parents' house. Minus, I made a joke online, but I was being serious. The Triscuits and that's like the Triscuits. You got some?
I think.
That's the thing. That was like a tour, the
Yeah,
tour thing. When somee's like, "We're staying at my parents' house," we always just open that. Not because we want them. We just, it's like a checklist. Like, make sure, yeah. Triscuits and weekends.
What a strange true fact.
Only
adults have Triscuits.
They're delicious, but it's like $10 a box.
No,
I'll never buy them. Woven wheat cracker. Yeah, woven wheat cracker. Here's the song.
Yeah.
Sometimes it rains, sometimes it never seems to rain. It's all or nothing it tends to be, and I can't shake its hold on me. And I cannot blame anyone other than myself. It's getting harder for me to tell direction in this puzzle, and all I need is a something or something. Reference for me to hold. That's what I was wondering. I kept singing the wrong lyrics every night on this tour, and this time it was coming up, and I was like, I gotta nail it this time.
I don't mind.
Why?
I'll just make the lyrics over.
Yeah. It just mocks me at the end of the night, and I like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Reference to
meter hole. Connections in the meter hole. A vector trajecting home. So enter the time capsule of my frustrations and all of the times they tried to meet the expectations they held on me. They say the time will be the one to tell the great narrator, but I want to write my own words, autobiographer. And it's all the same, no matter where I tend to be. This absence is following, it's tracking every move I make. I cannot hold on without powers and not my own. Feel like a camera on a telephone. The image is there but it can't be shown. So enter the time capsule of my frustrations and all of the times I tried to meet the expectations they held on me. They say the time will be the one to tell the great narrator, but I want to write my own words, autobiographer, autobiographer, autobiographer.
That one, skin of my teeth. Yeah, so I'm working on a bunch of new songs for a new album eventually, and this is one of them. I don't know. Sometimes you want to say something, you just feel obligated when you're just the guy standing in front of people. Yeah, this song's kind of about immigration and our country and how fucking weird we are to other people coming here. Except for Gary, of course. Yeah.
Gary, where's that?
Seems like an inside joke. Fill you in. UK, British man. Beautiful British man looking for a wife so he can stay here. Anyone's interested?
This tour's a dating show.
It's just one huge, like, speed dating. It's like 5 hours between each kill.
And here's the song.
Bring us your tires, so they're easier to catch and release. Pull the hook out of the mouth. Bring us your pork and huddle them into small, forgotten space. Yearning to breathe this air that is reported to be free. Breathe in, breathe out. We've got you now. Nowhere to run. This is not your home. Where would you be without the poor? Your machines will cease to yield productivity. CEO, what do you know about a hard day's work? Your hands are clean. Day in, day out. Workers en route to fulfill the needs of our American dreams. It's done not for your family. Well, we'll never know about that. All we know is what can be, and the negatives attached. So we'll build this wall, deciding for all just where we stand. Some may come while others may never touch
here. Thanks, Pat, for getting things squared away, and anyone that helped set things up. Thanks to the bands that played. It's really nice to play with actual bands. Sometimes you get thrown in an all-acoustic show, and that's cool too. It's nice to hear some rock and roll. Woo! Everything sound okay in the back? Y'all hear everything okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Turn it up.
Well, that's what are you going to do?
What's next?
Yeah, I just like to check in. But no, it's a paper. It's real paper. Okay. I just checking in. You know, maybe I could have done something else. I don't know what. Yelled more. A little louder. Done this. Tune. Okay, so I'm gonna play an older song as it was requested. Of course.
Someone disagrees with that.
I'll throw it out. I can say that about every song. Seem really important. Yeah, this one's a request. Going out. I requested this song. Luckily, I did play this one other time on tour, but this song's about building forts in my backyard when I was a kid in Troy, New York, across the river from Albany, New York. Beautiful little city. It's actually pretty hideous, but I loved growing up there. And we had woods in our backyard just kind of randomly. We're like the last street in a slew of streets, so we just happened to have some woods behind the house, which was really nice. We build forts every year, and to say anything else about the song would be redundant. The song is very self-explanatory.
You remember stealing wood from the neighbor's new house and build a fortress to guard ourselves. And every summer we'd knock it down and rebuild to accommodate our growing crop. First wishes and many more. First secrets, adolescence born. The faces of these young boys, they're changing. Plywood and some rusty nails, the old hammer from the garage. And Dad always wondered where his tools went, and we're losing steak knives to saw in. And every summer night brings another slumber party, and we're playing you laugh, you lose, as John's pissing his pants again. Then when we got older and girls became more important, the older kids bought the alcohol, imagination no longer needed. So we tore it apart again. The bonfire was starving. With every 2x4, every piece of particle board, I felt something slip away. And I knew life would never be the same. We would never rebuild, we would never rebuild it. We would never rebuild, we would never rebuild it. You remember stealing wood from the neighbor's new house and build a fortress to guard ourselves. And every summer we'd knock it down and rebuild to accommodate our growing crowd. We would never rebuild, we would never rebuild it. We would never rebuild, we will never rebuild it.
Yeah. John Sheeran lived next door. He had a problem where he would literally piss himself when he laughed too much. And I think that's why I started thinking comedy might be a cool thing. It was like got the easy audience, you know, like if your friend's literally pissing his pants because you said like a fart joke or something like completely not funny. And you're like, maybe I got a chance in this thing. We would play You Laugh, You Lose. I don't know if y'all ever play this, but you play if someone gets in front, you just tell a joke, and then the first person to laugh has to come up and do the joke telling after that. So that's how we would do it. So like, so sometimes you're like holding out, and then like if you have a good one, you might be like, so that you can get up and tell your joke. Oh, I got a good one. A little pity laugh. Or if someone's up there for way too long and absolutely not being funny at all. Yeah, this is another brand new song.
Somewhere along the way, you weren't shown how to participate. Doors only open along hallways, and it goes on, it keeps on going on. And you only get the supporting role, decisions made out of your control. Breaking through seems impossible, and it goes on, it keeps on going on. Someone's bound to hear your voice someday, so you might as well let your heart ring out. Let it ring out, your voice was meant to be heard, so let it ring out. And I know my voice can dominate, and I don't mean to take the space I take. It seems to come so naturally. And it goes on, it keeps on going on. And I hope I get to learn someday the extent to which I play a part in this old medieval game. It goes on, it keeps on going on. And I remember a time when they said this world was mine. Anything I could dream, I could achieve. The same story's been told to every boy that's born, a parent heir to the throne. But now I am the wall that stands in front of you. Big bully, big bully. But someone's bound to hear your voice someday, so you might as well let your heart ring out. Let it ring out, your voice was meant to be heard, so let it ring out. These boys were meant to be the captains of this crowd. Your voice was meant to be heard, so let it ring out.
Come to the point in the set where I think I wrote 4 songs to choose from. After that, I have planned songs. I had the either or for 2 spots, but then we threw the 4th song in there, and I gotta have some strong decision making. Anything happen to anyone today? Anything special? We'll go coincidence, 2012 coincidence. Anything going on today?
I learned how to drop in.
Drop in?
Yeah.
On the coping.
So you didn't know how you fired?
Well, I did when I was younger.
Miss Daisy joke.
But yeah, pretty much.
Easy. Learn how to drop in. Any of this apply? Probably
What
not.
are you talking about?
It's one of the 4 songs I have. See if there's any relevance to life here. Coincidence, life. Doesn't really matter. Okay, let me just pick one.
We met our neighbors today.
Acoustic. Neighbors.
Met the neighbor's kid today.
Yeah, okay, this is about human beings. Songs.
There's no relation, I'll give it to you.
This song is generally about human beings. It kind of is. I was living in Buffalo, New York for a little while, and that place is really fucking weird. It's cool as all hell. I love it there. They got the best food. I love eating there. I just love eating there. I like hanging out there. it was weird to live there. It's really gray all the time. I don't know. It's a weird place. But I do love it there. When I was living there, I felt a little crazy. So I wrote this song when I was living there. And it's about all of us getting married together. One big communal marriage. Solve our problems. As if marriage solves anything. Every Gary situation. He wants to stay here. Marriage will solve that.
When it comes down to it, I can't even see. When it comes down to it, I exist only in my memories. Not the present or the future, the past is all I know. When it comes down to it, I'm just a ghost. When it comes down to it, I am all alone. My thoughts and actions, my recourse is my own. And truthfully, I don't think I am ready for this world. So let's hide inside the skin some more. Now I may be hopelessly in love with coffee shop talks, beach walks, and the stars above. With ideas about action without actually acting. With living our lives out of our minds. When it comes down to it, I am filled with hope. When I look around at all these faces, eyes are filled with love. And even though I know it's false, it still brings me joy. When it comes down to it, I'm just a boy. When it comes down to it, I am filled with fear that all these plans and punk rock scams may never come to be. That black, white, boy and girl will always label us. When it comes down to it, I'm just a product. And I am but flesh and blood and bone, able to be ripped apart, spilled and mashed to a pulp. And in the end I serve only this earth. My lineage inscribed microscopic in dirt. When it comes down to it, I'm just in love with you and him and us and them. I just can't get enough. So let's get married in a place under the sun. Mr. and Mrs. Everyone, Mr. and Mrs. Everyone. We'll all feel safe under the same insurance plan. Mr. and Mrs. Everyone, Mr. and Mrs. Everyone. We'll go out and find the biggest, coziest bed to call our own. Once needed rest will finally come. Mr. and Mrs. Everyone.
Never you mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, I got 2 more songs to play. And these guys gotta figure some stuff out. First they gotta learn sign language. Then they can talk. Just kidding. I said almost like, first you can learn sign language, then we can talk. First do something cool. Then, learning sign language is really cool. To be honest, what am I doing here? I never know anything. So, everybody's doing alright still?
Talk about the movie idea.
The movie idea. So I produce a film festival, and we do a monthly short movie challenge. If anyone's interested in making a movie, you can make them yourselves, but we're thinking after the show, possibly trying to make a movie. With the theme Cut and Paste is the theme. It's for the Chicago Zine Fest, so all the movies that are sent in we'll be bringing up to Chicago to screen up there. But if you want to know more about that, we can talk about it afterwards. But if folks are around and feel like they have any ideas for a movie under Cut and Paste, talk about it. if they suck, we're just gonna outright tell you. Nah, we'll have Pat move you along. He's good at that. Move along. I got a great one. The guy comes in, move
That's
along.
That's when the trap door opens.
Next.
Alligator.
So yeah, so we may be making a movie after this if people are into it. But cool. I'm gonna play 2 more songs. This song's about this really cool thing we do in America called the Iraq War. I don't know how it started, but man, is it cool. It's like, what else do we do? I don't know. We talked about hacky sack earlier. I don't know where I said it. It's like hacky sack, man. When did that start? Who knows? But we do it, and it's cool.
It's just like
It's just the Iraq War, just like hacky sack. It just happens, and it's cool. Like, it's just cool. I feel like the same. I don't know. Just gonna get deep there for a second. Like, yeah, I feel like hacky sack is kind of like people who are into it, total fools. I'm just kidding. That was my lunch break at high school. I played hacky sack every instead of gym. Okay, lunch break.
Lunch break.
Yeah, you got
The
that.
clock out for
A half hour, paid lunch break.
whatever.
You get like an A on the next test. Paid. You get a bonus point if you take lunch. Okay, I'm sorry.
Am I reading this right? Oh, how many people died in attempt to reopen the secondary school? The structure's been claimed, used as military base, where once there were children, only soldiers remain. And it takes ages for cities to be born, and in only moments for them to be destroyed. The 82nd Airborne, do you sleep at night wishing you were home, but sleep with your wife? Instead you're stationed here, blood on your hands, with no end in sight. And mother, dear mother, I miss you, I love you, and father, remember to always be strong. And friends, oh friends, your courage beside me has gotten me through so many sleepless nights. And if I die and don't come home, please hold back the 21 guns, 'cause I am not as much a hero as those who died to reopen their schools, to regain their cities. Their whole lives were spent here. Their mothers and fathers and friends are beside them. Their mothers and fathers and friends beside them. Their mothers and fathers and friends are beside them. And they will die with them. And they will die with them. They will die with them. Now back on the home front, a soldier cries, 'cause he thought that he fought so his children would not. But now look where we are. In 2004, a knock at the door claims his firstborn son. 82nd Airborne, do you sleep at night wishing you were home, but sleep with your wife? Instead you're stationed here, blood on your hands, with no end in sight. With no end in sight. With no end in sight.
Wrap it up.
Is Wrap It Up. Okay. Saying that, I saw the flyer, makes sense, it all comes together. Wrap It Up is playing next. Again, thank you all so much for coming down the basement, hanging out, listening to songs. It's a very special thing, and sometimes I forget about it, and sometimes people I know forget about how special it is to just be able to travel around and play music for people and be a part of a kind of global community that kind of kicks ass. In the sense that it's just so genuine and cool. I wrote this song after the founder of Planet X Records, Samantha Dorset, killed herself. And the reason why I wrote it is because I was thinking about the fact that this person had such a giant effect in the world that they didn't even realize. Like I think they kind of started the label and kind of left before it became kind of what it is today. And, if you don't know about the label, check it out online. Just Google search, whatever you gotta use to get there, whatever your preferred search engine is. But I was just thinking, they kind of never realized the profound effect, positive effect that they've had on the world, and just thinking about that with people I know, and you know, if you have friends or people that you know that just, even if they don't do like the most amazing thing, just like cool stuff, you gotta just remind each other how cool we are and how important we are to each other. And, yeah, it's just kind of crazy that someone can leave this world not knowing that, like, there's people that have started bands because of this person they don't know. So, yeah, so that's what this song's about. We'll surprise ourselves sometimes with the power we have and our influence over few, and how it grows and grows like a sapling by the road, breaking concrete as it grows. She'll take on the world in time with the knowledge she has, always somehow overdue. Now she knows so much more than it ever showed. But in time it'll surely grow. Sidewalks never had a chance, no, when the roots made their demand, no. Just like them you had to breathe. Not ready for this world, so someone please shut this door, 'cause I cannot sleep, I cannot sleep, I cannot sleep anymore. So before anyone else gets to it, using my own hand, before anyone else gets to it, using my own hand, before anyone else gets to it, using my own hand. Rest, rest, finally get some rest. Thanks. Yeah.